Hey, what's up, guys? It's T-Bone here, and welcome back to another episode playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So, a new event is about to start in the next day, and it is called the Jade Forest. And what I wanted to do is just kind of talk about how you could prepare for this event. All right, so this is a Earth Affinity Slayer event, and so the packs are available now. You can take a look at the units, and you can see that they've really, I guess, the panda hero from World Warcraft, I guess, has made its appearance here and is now part of the game. But it is Master Wu. This is the main feature card, and you can see the ability it has, which is going to be a little different. It does take advantage of the intensity mechanic here, and you can see that it attacks for 500% attack plus 5,000% for every 5 stacks of honor intensity rounded down. So there's some math that I wanted to do here, and I do have an analysis I will show you a little bit, but this is its battle skill, and it also has a passive skill where uh, every fourth attack that you deal damage with using this hero, it'll create 4 Earth Gems and then cast this thing called Familial Honor for 1 turn. And uh, how this is going to work in synergy with other cards is as follows. So this is the card Flying Lotus that you can get for free, and also with a just 1,000 gems to get a guaranteed tier 2. You can see that it is a warrior honored unit, so then the leader skill is going to be 300% damage and health for all Earth Honor heroes. This is likely what you're going to want to use as your leader if you go with this set of heroes. So the battle skill will create 2 Earth Gems, and if there are 12 or more Earth Gems that exist on the board, then you'll go ahead and add 30 to the honor intensity. Okay, and so it's not the same as previous units where every time you attack it adds some amount. This does have a condition of 12 or more Earth Gems on the board beforehand. And then you can see the ultra rare unit here, Jade Protector. It's an attacker honored unit. And the battle skill here, it increases the drop rate of your Earth Gem until next turn. And if the Familiar Honor is active through Master Wu, then it will go ahead and create 1 power gem for every 20 stacks of honor intensity. So this is going to be very similar to some of the videos you might have seen from others in the past, where if you can increase the number of turns and the number of honor intensity to a really high level, you're going to be creating a lot of Earth Gem, Power Gem 1s. Imagine, if you're able to get up to 200, okay, 200 honor intensity, you're going to be generating 10 power 1 gems on the board just like that. All right, and so with addition of your relic as well as the Flying Lotus generating 30 honor points every time you attack, there's potential to really add it up, right? And so what I want to do here is take a second and go through the math behind Master Wu's battle skill, because I thought it was interesting that it has this concept that having every 5 stacks of honor intensity gives you a 5,000% additional damage. So how much damage will it actually do, and is this something that you want to use? Let's take a look at the analysis now. All right, so now let's take a look at the deeper analysis of how Master Wu's damage is calculated based on honor intensity. So here you see a chart that is showing the relationship between how much honor intensity you have and how much damage output you'll get for each time you activate the battle skill. And the blue represents 1 key, and the orange represents if you use 3 keys to attack. As a side note, this graph is created using this tool called Tableau. And if you have more questions about it, feel free to ask me. This is not sponsored by it, so just wanted to call that out specifically. So anyways, let's take a look here. So at 3 keys, or 1 key actually, if you have 50 intensity, with 1 key, your damage is going to be 1.46 million. The way this is calculated is you take the base damage, of Master Wu at 6 stars max level, which is 2.9 thousand, and then you multiply it by 50, which is 5,000% of the base damage, and then it's 5,000% for every 5 honor points. So at 50 intensity, honor intensity, you have to multiply that then by 10, and then you also add 500% of the base damage to that, and all in all, it comes out to about 1.46 million. And then if you're using 3 keys, you simply take the same value and it's about a factor of 5. So the amount of damage you're going to see increase is going to be approximately 5 times. And so using 3 keys at intensity 50, your damage is at 7.32 million. And then you can see it linearly goes up as well. And so this is sort of the relationship that you can see. But how does this actually work in the game? What I like to show you is a simulation of how much damage you can expect to have over time. So using intensity, the key here is to increase the number of turns as much as possible because you want to increase your overall intensity. So this particular simulation has a couple of assumptions. The first one is it assumes that you have 2 copies of the Flying Lotus that is already at 6 stars. It doesn't matter whether it's max level or not. It's just that it's at 6 stars, which gives you, I think, 5 honor points, 5 to 10 honor points every turn, and then 1 relic, which also gives you, which increases it by 5. And so actually, with Flying Lotus, what happens is every time you use the battle skill, it gives you 30 honor intensity. So with 2 copies, every time you use it, you're going to have 60 honor intensity added to your total. So the way this works is on turn 1, this is when you're just starting out, you won't be able to use your battle skill yet. So you can see that you already have an increase of your honor intensity by 5 because of your relic. Now relic is also a 6 star, but you can't deal any damage with your battle skill. Now on turn 2, once assuming that you've assuming that all other conditions are met, that you've matched the right number of gems and they're the right number of gems that allow the your Flying Lotus intensity to be increased. On turn 2, you can see that the honor intensity is now at 70, and if you invoke the Master Wu's battle skill, then you'll see that with 1 key, your damage is going to be at 2.4. Right, so let's take a look at the simulation for 1 key, and then you'll see in turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6 is when you'll be able to use your skill again, and the honor intensity is at 150, damage is at 4.36. Let's see what happens if you are able to go to turn 18, which is much later on, where your honor intensity now is increased to 390, and you're dealing 11.32 million damage with just 1 key. And you can sort of see here also turn 14, turn 10, and turn 6. So every 4 turns is when you should expect that you'll be able to utilize your battle skill. And if you change this now to 3 keys, you can see that the damage is changed, right? So on turn 2, you can deal 10.2 million damage just by using the battle skill. And then on turn 6, the honor intensity is at 150, and the damage goes up to 21 million. And then on turn 10, it's 33.42 million. Turn 14, 34.87, and finally on turn 18, if you're able to do this within 2 minutes, within 60 seconds, you're going to deal, or actually 20 seconds, my bad, you're going to be dealing 56.62 million damage. So it does add up, and with 3 keys, that's a lot more likely scenario. Whereas with 1 key, you're going to be bound by health, and it's more likely that you're probably going to last until turn 5 and maybe turn 6, depending on the amount of health that you have and whether or not you're able to deflect, either protect yourself from damage or if you're able to have some recovery. And so you should expect a total of 4.3 plus 2.0, so you should be able to deal about 6 damage using Master Wu's battle skill with just 1 key. And so that's a simulation of the actual gameplay and analysis of the kind of damage that you should be expecting using this unit. All right. And so, having seen that, it's up to you whether you think that this is going to be the type of investment that you want to make. For me, I'm still thinking about it. And what I've decided I'm going to do is for now, I'm going to start by depending on my light team. So I will show you which one this is. This is one of the teams um, that was available from a few events ago, where I'm using Catherine as my leader, and then I do have Cleric Garen as my supporting units to generate uh, uh, power 3 gems. I do have a third one, but instead of bringing him in, I'm thinking about using Raquel, where she actually can transform 2 gems and also has a passive ability to create 1 light gem every turn to really increase the total number of gems that's on the board. And of course, I have my trusted Indale as another gem spawner. The downside here is you can expect that the boss is going to have gem silence, and I don't have a unit to dispel that right now, so I will have to sacrifice one of these units to bring in one of my other cards that does have the gem silence dispel, and I can show you what I have at this moment. So if you go to counter skill, you go to gem silence, you can see I have 3, and it's going to be the Minotaur, the Suitor, and Uru. All right, so I will have to bring one of these units in and sacrifice, overall damage. So I know that I will be sacrificing damage by using a light team over the green team. It's just that it depends on how much I am willing to invest in it. But I do feel that if you have the ensemble here for the honor pack and the new pack there, you could potentially deal a lot of damage for the Slayer event. All right, so I will keep you up to date on whether or not I invest in it. And if you do invest in it, let me know how it works out for you. I'd love to see how this works out. And yeah, so let me know. Keep, put it down in your comments and let's share our findings. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. The event does start tomorrow, so look forward to playing the event and hope you have a good time. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.